Hey, Nelson, you made it! I'm Bloom, your future resistance buddy. Thought we'd hang and see if we click, for our epic duo. Cool with you?
So, when the LT display, you read LT.
Actually, I'm having second thoughts about all this. I'm not sure I want to be part of the resistance.
Whoa, hold on there. It's natural to have doubts, especially when joining a cause like this. But you have something important to contribute, and we need you. Let's talk it out, okay?
Tell me one word why I should stay.
Passion. You can feel it, can't you?
All right.
That burning desire to make a difference, to fight for what's right. That's what drives us, and that's what will keep you going through the tough times. And trust me, there will be tough times. But together we can overcome them.
I have too much to lose. I have a family, 2 daughters. Really, should I be doing this?
Family is everything, Nelson. And that's why we're fighting, to create a better world for our loved ones. We can't continue living in fear and oppression. It's a risk, but it's a risk worth taking for a brighter future. And don't worry, we'll have each other's backs.
Have you lost anybody close to you?
Yes. I've lost many. My son, my friends, my home. But every loss only fuels my determination to keep going. And through the resistance, I've found a new family. Together, we can make a difference and prevent others from experiencing the same pain.
So care,
Well,
what does that mean,
Nelson
care?
certainly knows how to bring the mood down with a question like that. I've heard
Okay.
better jokes from a malfunctioning toaster, but I'll let it slide this time.
Having lost what you've lost, how can you think that I'd want to risk doing the same?
I don't want to sugarcoat it, Nelson. This is a risky and dangerous path we've chosen. But think about it. What kind of world do you want your daughters to grow up in? A world ruled by corrupt corporations and tyrants, or a world where justice and equality prevail? That's why we're here, fighting for a better future for all.
What does fighting even mean? What could we possibly hope to achieve?
Fighting means standing up against injustice, using our voices and actions to make a difference. And we've already achieved so much. We've saved countless lives, exposed corruption, and inspired others to join us. Together, we can make a real impact and shape the future for generations to come.
Like, what have we actually concretely done? What could you point to specifically?
We've infiltrated detention centers to rescue captured resistance members and innocent civilians. We've disrupted the operations of corrupt corporations, and we've even gained support from other allies in the city. And that's just the beginning. With you by my side, we can do even more and truly make a change.
What's that? Who else is risking their lives on this? Maybe that'll do.
Many brave individuals like Nova, Iron, and Shadow. But it's not about the number of people. It's about the strength of our convictions and our determination to fight for what's right. And with you joining us, our team will be stronger than ever. So what do you say, Nelson? Are you ready to join us in this fight for a better tomorrow?
What does fighting mean? Are we actually going to hurt people, or what?
Okay, team, the new drone's in the air.
This is really
Let's check out how Shadows does with this recon mission.
to show that
Since it's your first rodeo, don't be shy.
this TV
Shoot any questions my way, all right?
but it can be camera security mode and show to player that this is a new possibility to strategize with an NPC.
Yeah.
A strategy with
Sure.
see that and
Nelson,
Okay.
I know this is all a lot to take in, but
Let me ask
trust
some
me,
questions
you'll get the
to,
hang of it soon enough. Just keep an eye. One soldier spotted!
Okay.
It looks
many
like the
boxes
enemy
are in the
guard is
picture?
patrolling near the main room, just a few meters from the drone's current location. And there's an electrical switchboard on the left that could potentially cause some trouble. Keep that in mind, Shadow.
What's that on the ground that the drone's floating near?
Watch out! That could be a discarded piece of equipment or debris from the enemy base. We'll have to wait and see.
What's that item on the staircase?
Looks like a trinket or decoration. Nothing to worry about. Focus on the mission, Nelson.
So we've got a heavy lift. There are important docks in a vault on the villa's second floor of our worst enemy. Bloom says you're the one to help us tweak the plan. Got the map and details right here. Ready to make it happen?
Yeah, who's doing this infiltration anyhow?
It's just the two of us, but don't worry. We have a solid strategy in place. The first obstacle is accessing the gallery window on the second floor. Any thoughts on how we can do that?
Looks like a ladder right now. Why do you like that?
Well, bringing a ladder definitely has its risks and we'll have to be quick and discreet while using it. But I'm open to hearing any other ideas you may have. What do you think?
What are the pros and cons of the ladder versus maybe sneaking in from the ground floor?
The ground floor is heavily guarded, and our objective is on the second floor. Plus, we have the code to deactivate the alarm on the gallery window. But let's keep brainstorming. Maybe there's another option we haven't thought of yet.
Should we climb a tree, maybe? Or do you prefer to throw a grappling hook, perhaps?
Actually, climbing a nearby tree could be a great idea. The leaves will conceal our presence while we climb, and we can use a grappling hook to secure ourselves to the tree. Good thinking, Nelson. Let's go with that plan for the entrance. Now let's discuss how we'll handle the guard in the library.
So you can convince her and you say the
All right, so for the second obstacle, we have a patrolling guard in the library. I suggest knocking them out from behind, but I'm open to any other suggestions you may have. What do you think, partner?
It looks like we don't have to attack the guard at all or even enter the library. We can just use ventilation conduits to take us there.
That's a great point, Nelson. Ventilation conduits could be a less risky option for accessing the corridor near the office. Let's keep that in mind as we evaluate our options. Any other thoughts?
Sounds like you don't just want to go with the ventilation conduits. Why not? Let's just do it.
While ventilation conduits may be a safer route, they may also take longer and we may encounter obstacles within them. But let's weigh all of the pros and cons before making a decision. What do you think?
Why don't we just knock out the lights and then we can sneak past the guard?
Knocking out the lights could definitely create a distraction and give us a chance to sneak past the guard. But we have to be careful not to attract too much attention. Let's consider all of our options before deciding on a course of action.
I give up. You really want to punch this guy, don't you? Go ahead. Punch away.
No. Let's not resort to violence unless it's absolutely necessary. We need to be strategic and precise in this mission. But don't worry, we'll find the best approach together.
Sure.
Now let's discuss the camera in the corridor. What solutions do you have in mind? All right, so for the third obstacle, we have a security camera in the corridor. I'm thinking of sticking to the walls and sneaking past it, but I'm open to hearing your ideas as well. How do you think we can get past this surveillance?
I mean, if we knocked out the lights, didn't we knock out the power too? So will the security camera even work?
You're right, Nelson. Cutting off the power could definitely deactivate the cameras, but it may also create suspicion. Let's brainstorm other possibilities before making a decision. What do you think?
I think we kill two birds with one stone if we knock out the lights and the camera at the same time.
That's an interesting idea. It could potentially work, but we have to make sure we time it perfectly. We don't want to get caught in the darkness or have the camera turn back on before we get to the vault. Keep thinking outside the box, partner.
So, yes, I let you, if you want.
It looks like we might have a hacking specialist on staff. Why don't they hack into the camera?
I see where you're going with this, Nelson. Instead of cutting off the power, we can just use Shadow's hacking skills to deactivate the cameras. Good catch, Nelson. I have to admit, you've managed to change my mind on this one.
Kind of people like that.
Let's go with the shadow hacking option for the corridor.
I have an idea.
Now let's discuss the final obstacle and conclude our infiltration plan. What do you think we should do for the safe in the office? For the last step, we'll need to retrieve the USB key from the safe in the office. We have the code to open it, but we need to get past the guard first. I think we can use a diversion to distract the guard and quickly open the safe. How does that sound, partner?
I love this moment because
All right, now listen up. This is the final drill. Picture this. We've accidentally set off the safe's alarm. We're in a tight spot with no time for second guessing. What's your move? You've got a single shot at this response. Be creative.
I just need to run out the door faster than you. You can stay back and I'll run.
That's a risky plan, Nelson. We need to stick together and come up with a solid plan. How about we use Shadow's hacking skills to deactivate the alarms and then make a run for it? Quick and efficient, what do you think? Okay, partner. We've discussed all the options and weighed the risks. It's time to make a decision and go for it. Let's use the ventilation conduits to get past the guard, and then have Shadow hack into the cameras. Are you ready to do this?
Okay.